required. If one applies one's mind to such circumstances, and if he is not extremely blind and prejudiced, the simple case presented to him is that a man is attempted to be hanged and taken down under dubious circumstances, when there is a possibility of his death, of course, but there is more likelihood of his survival. Then such a person is seen alive with the same wounds. What would be your inference? The obvious thing is that he never died. That would be the inference. If such a case is presented to any sane court in the world today, without fail that would be the verdict. Even if that person claims that he had died and has revived from the dead, every court would reject that. You are here to prove what your false in the statement. So anybody who escapes an accident and is seen alive walking about again, what would be the inference? That he had died and then risen from the dead? So simple plain language of the Bible is so overwhelming in favor of the survival of Christ from cross that this imaginary thing about bursting of heart doesn't stand a chance against this argument. Now you are going to represent your wife? Or a new question?
Just rising from Jesus' death, you see,
yes.
There was an article in Monday's Time, you see, that some Christian scholars, they have carried out a research and have said that Jesus wasn't born in December. He was actually born sometime in August.
That's right.
Or September.
Yes, exactly.
And also not 1,985 years ago, but about 1,997 years ago. And I think I've read in Tafsir al-Saghir that Khalifatul Masih Sani has mentioned the same point, you see, that he was born in summer and not in winter.
No, half of this is true, because it corroborates with the statement of the Holy Quran. So Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Sani based his commentary of the based this opinion on verses of the Holy Quran, which tell us that at the time of Jesus' delivery, the date palm trees bore fruit. They were laden with fruit, and this is why the Holy Quran, Allah addressed Mary by telling, or the angel addressed Mary by telling her that she should shake the palm tree, the date tree, and it would drop ripe, wholesome dates for her to consume, to use as food. So it could not happen in December, because that's not the time for date palm trees to bear fruit. So from that, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Sani inferred that it has to be something, an incident which took place during summer and late summer perhaps. You know, the time when the date trees begin to fruit. And that is different in different countries, slightly, but generally speaking, it starts perhaps from June, is it? Huh? No, it ends in August or September. It starts from May, yes, that's right. That's the period. Some early varieties fruit early and some late varieties fruit late, so there is a margin of about 3 months, 3 to 4 months. But it has to be within that period anyway. Yes. That's exactly what I have translated. So is that all? Or Dar Sahib has a word? No, Rashid Sahib, please. No, Dar Sahib hasn't anything to say.
I'm referring to Surat Fajr. Allah Ta'ala says, Wal Fajr, Wal Layal Ashar.
Wal Layal Ashar.
Wal Layal Ashar.
Ashr.
Ashr. Wal Shafe Wal Witr.
Washafe wal watr.
Wal shaf'e.
Washafe. Washafe, not wal shafe.
Washafe.
What is your name? What is your name?
Rashid.
No, full name.
Muhammad Abdul Rashid.
Abdul Rashid or Abdul Rashid.
Abdul Rashid.
Huh? Abdur or Abdul?
Abdul Rashid.
Abdul.
Abdul Rashid, sir. No, there is a shad, you see. Ray is Abdul Rashid is the right pronunciation.
So why do you mispronounce Washafe by pronouncing L there, while here you don't pronounce L? In your own name. In your own name, you don't pronounce this L.
Sir, yeah. What I want to know is, sir, what are the meaning of these three verses? Because I have read two different meaning by two different commentators.
Which are they? What are they? I mean,
first one, sir, is Wal Fajr.
Yes.
You see, according to our translation by Hazrat Muslim
Yes.
he says this surah alludes to the 10 years of the Holy Prophet life of hardship at Makkah. And then he mentions about this is the hard time which he had. And then they talk about May refers to the decline of Islam during 10 centuries after first and third 100 years of uniform success and appearance of from his Messiah.
So?
You see, sir, I've read the commentary somewhere else, and some other philosopher has said Wal Fajr means Fajr of Hajj.
Yes.
And the 10 nights which they mention are the 10 days of the Ramzan Sharif. Now, I don't know.
No, this commentary in this way can be anybody's game. The fact is that your commentary should be based on the fundamental principle that it should be corroborated by the other verses of the Holy Quran and by the facts of life. If a commentary is contrary to these two factors, then it is positively wrong. And if it is just a conjecture like this is, which does not hold water from the point of view of logical criticism and so on, then anybody can make any commentary, doesn't make any difference. Hazrat Muslim Maud, while making this commentary, applies this commentary to the historical facts of what happened in the past to Islam. In the first part, to Hazrat Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's life, and in the second part, to the general history of Islam. So because he makes an inference which can be proved in relation to the actual facts of history, so there he cannot go wrong. It doesn't mean that that is the only acceptable commentary. Other commentaries of the same verse could be good as well. But the commentary which you have just read has no proof in itself, no evidence of its truth. Anybody could say a few other things about it. So in the commentary of the Holy Quran, this fundamental principle must be kept in view, that a verse of the Holy Quran is always explained by some other verses of the Holy Quran, and one does not have to seek evidence elsewhere as far as the initial evidence is concerned. A verse of the Holy Quran always has a couple somewhere in the Holy Quran itself. And when you find out where it lies, then you will understand what I mean. Then the other finger also points out to the same meaning, so then you are sure that you are not doing anything wrong to the verses. They actually mean this. And secondly, your inference must be based on facts. If not the facts, of the past